0 Day Festival, and I'm joined by the wonderful Biomechanimal.
Hello!
So, as many of you already know, we have Matt, we have Kekko, and we have Saruman. So. You guys have had a bit of a lineup change over the years, and you've changed the way things you do things live. So tell us about sort of how Biomechanimal is now.
Yeah, so when we sort of look at this in sort of terms of an evolution, right? So we tried for such a long time not to be like an industrial metal band. Like that's the last thing I ever really wanted to do. I really wanted to pay my homage to Electro and all this, but you can't fucking help what's in your blood, right?
Absolutely.
And the moment that Kekko joined, we're like, okay, this is it. Like, let's just make something as heavy as humanly possible. We're gonna scrap genres, scrap boundaries. We're not gonna try and do anything anyone else is doing. We're just gonna make music that we like, that is just heavy and hard and that fucking hurts your soul.
Is there anybody out there?
We're getting there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't really say you're not industrial metal after From the Mouth of Beasts. Being one of the heaviest industrial metal tracks ever out there. So, with that song, that was pretty much your first proper music video, wasn't it?
Yes.
So tell us about the process of putting that together and the difficulties you had putting it together as well, because I know there were a couple, weren't there?
Yeah. So what we wanted to do with Mouths was to create a music video that was like you'd see on a Nuclear Blast YouTube, or like we sort of grew up watching these sort of MTV style music videos where they did so much with so little budget. Yeah, so we wanted to showcase the London talent, London venues, the London community, and Fold, who are a queer sort of techno venue, came in last minute because the previous venue that we had for it had this sort of change in management. But sort of with 2 weeks to go, Fold turned around, let us use this venue, and we worked with these with Sniper Shot Media, who are friends of yours, and Armina, who did their hair and makeup. Just big community experience. Really cool to work with some very, very hard-working people with some very, very tight deadlines and tight restrictions, and we're super proud of what we worked out. Looking forward to doing some new ones as well.
Absolutely.
I think because you see like Jamie from ESA does these incredibly high-quality videos, and he pumps them out and each of them, these are like short film worthy,
Yeah, we had a good conversation about that actually.
Exactly.
Turning to a media giant.
No, I have endless respect for Jamie. Jamie's fucking great. And like this kind of stuff is really important. If you have to sort of harness your image, and in this day and age, you can't just release an album and play it and then you're done. You've got to do all this extra stuff, and people like the visual element. It's fun.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I found when you watch a music video, it gives you more of that story, so you have more of a really sort of happy nostalgia every time you hear the song because you know more about it. So it does make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, quite a lot of the audience know about yourself and your background, Matt, but for each of you, please tell us about your musical background. Where did it start for you in industrial or metal? Where did you come from, basically?
Okay, for me, long
Settle in, guys.
long story, get ready. Okay, no, for me, I come from basically extreme metal bands since I was 18, and then my evolution was like going to play for new metal bands and crossover bands in the early 2000, and of course, like moving here in UK. The first thing that I was looking forward, like, it was keep on going, like, to play in an extreme band, or simply mix all of the loudness as much as I can. And yes, it is pretty much like my background. Yeah.
Well, for me, it started with classic rock, Kiss, AC/DC, and just worked it out to new metal. I discovered Marilyn Manson. I went the dark path on just dark path. And yeah, that's my musical background. So
yes, so I started DJing back in Southampton when I was 16 as a way for me to get into clubs, because obviously you can't get into a club when you're under 18 in the UK. So I first got into DJing in order to get in so I could join this scene in this community. This was back when industrial was blowing up in 2004, 2006, I think. And I sort of fell in love with it, and I was using this name, Biomechanimal. And I've just sort of held on to that the entire time. I've played in other bands before, and I like playing in guests in other bands. I was in Helsinki with Mechnical Vein last weekend, playing guitar for the drum and bass project, and I've played with a few other acts before. But Biomechanimal is like, this is my bread and butter, my heart and soul. It is my baby, yeah, and I put so much into it.
Yeah, and I mean, Helsinki Festival, you've mentioned there, were you playing this year, or was it the last year you played?
The last year.
Last year. So what's it like over at Helsinki Festival? Because it's something we hear about a lot here, but obviously you guys have been there. Tell us about what it's like.
Really cool, well organized, and the vibe is amazing. The people to be treated as a professional musician.
They treated us like kings. It was absolutely amazing. We've never really had anything like it before that.
No, there's so many amazing people there.
Yeah,
it was really
and experience. I think because not a lot of sort of English and American bands come around that way very often, I think people are very grateful and they put a lot of energy into it. So the way I was sort of like, once you get your hooks into them and you sort of reel them in, they just absolutely go for it. And that's exactly the kind of crowd that we want to play for, like people at the rail and little mosh pits and like people cheering and clapping, like that's what it's all about.
Apart from one person, they were literally just like staring at us like that.
Yeah.
All the gig, like literally was really funny.
This year, because they do a meet and greet session as well, and this year this guy came up to the booth where me and Keith were doing the Mechnical Vein signing, and he sort of comes up to us, "Oh, how much are you getting paid to be here?" I was like, we're not going to answer that one. "Oh, I hate American music." I was like, "Great, okay, that's I'd love to hear your opinion, but thank you."
Thank you so much. I don't know.
People think, well, Keith's American. People call me a troll. As this little fucking Finnish troll guy. Because you can't say anything, right? Because you just want to be polite and grateful. But it was very strange. But then you had two other guys like, "Oh, we've come all the way just to see Mechnical Vein, and can you sign these posters that we printed off at the hostel?" Like, it was so sweet. And like last year as well, we had all the stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. Like, if you get the opportunity, please go. Like, it's an incredibly well-run festival. Helsinki's a cool city. Juha and Bjarki and other Juha, like they do amazing work.
Unfortunately, we have a...
question for you actually. Were any of you forklift certified?
Oh, what?
Are you forklift certified? You're forklift certified, aren't you?
No, really, I can driving it. I can bring you a glass of water, but no.
I know you want me to end the interview now, as you were, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, if you need like a forklift driver, I can drive it.
If Biomechanimal doesn't work out,
Yeah, it doesn't work out. I can do like some I just have no the driver license, but yeah, I did it for 10 years.
Yeah,
So I think
it's just
it's
a little
enough.
thing you has that he asks every industrial band if they're certified. I don't know why. But I've noticed even electronic body music picked up on the forklift
Let's
driver
make this stereotype
as well. So, and speaking of them, you've been recently sort of fan favorited by electronic body memes. So tell us how the hell that happened.
Oh man, I don't know. The thing is, we've been on Emma's radar for quite a long time because I think that they're very good friends with Straftans, with Xanthi. But it was after the Helsinki show this year, and I think she saw me in a post with Brian from Moris Blak. Fucking rep the boy, by the way.
Much love.
Yeah, and suddenly my phone's blowing up overnight. All these American 100 new Instagram followers and this meme about Amazon shopping baskets. It's just, she's really nice to chat to. She's awesome, and it's nice having something fun like that. And this is sort of the energy I'm enjoying from the scene in the last couple of years. Something has changed, something is swapping, and I'm really enjoying it. It's great.
I mean, I'll admit half of my Instagram stories are just memes I've stolen off you, Emma, so thank you. I'm so sorry. Right, and you've mentioned now Mechnical Vein and Moris Blak. So you guys together have, or you and Keith from Mechnical Vein have the label Hybrid Blak, which you are of course under. So tell us about Hybrid Blak, because you also have Moris Blak on that label, don't you?
No. I think Brian is currently unsigned. We've released some of Brian's stuff, but I think his agent has a private label just for him and Danny Blue, I think is the way that it works.
Oh, okay.
It's something, I think they're calling it Shadow Management Records or something like that. Brian, I think, is very keen to grow his little thing there. And I think they've got a European booking agent now.
And how do you guys go about picking about who you'd want to be on your label, essentially?
So we often get asked for submissions. The main thing we look for is this sort of genre fuck weirdness. So bass music and something. So we like bass music with industrial, bass music with metal. Just people who are pushing that boundary, doing something interesting, and who have this good positive energy to bring to the table. You know, we just released the surgery that Zardonic passed on to us as well. So Zardonic's been super handy with a lot of this as well. He's been really nice about everything. And he saw the surgery was this. I think it was a reanimator that we just released. It's really slamming metal drum and bass stuff. Yeah, and it's sort of growing this by artist for artist thing, which is what was the most important. Because so many of us are sick of just shitty label deals, and we've turned down so many. With all these backstage talks I have as well, we regret doing this. I want to do something people don't regret, you know? I want something that serves a purpose for everyone and everyone's happy.
Yeah, no greed, just passion for the music.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sort of grow these connections and grow these collaborations, which is why, during the Helsinki Fest, you had Jamie and Brian coming up for ESA, and Moris Blak were coming up for the Mechnical Vein set, and then me and Keith jumped up for the Moris Blak set. It was such good fun, you know?
I mean, you do that quite a lot, because at Resistance Festival you were up on stage with Straftants, and I think you even got up with Cyrus as well for a little bit, didn't you? With one song.
No, Cyrus came up for Gothsicles was when Bjarki proposed.
But yeah, it was quite a spectacle during the Straftants to have everyone on stage, essentially. I know Biomechanimal playing Resistance next year. Do you have any other stupid shit shenanigans lined up yet?
We are thinking about stuff. I think at the moment we are focused on this show, and I was focused on Helsinki. Once that's done, we're going to finish the EP/LP, depending on how long it ends up being, and then we'll start thinking about Resistance, I think. But yeah, expect lots of guests, lots of debauchery, the standard. We will come up with something suitably ridiculous. We also have nope, can't announce that yet. Sorry. I'll tell you about this later.
Okay. And so Biomechanimal's explored quite a few different, I suppose, genres, because
that's all you guys really do is genre bend. So is there another direction or two that you'd still like to sort of explore next?
Oh, there's always new stuff. I think I am writing a track with Moris Blak at the moment that's more like hard rhythm based, something like Marauder or something like that. So it's got a Jonathan Davis from Korn sample in there. Like, are you ready? That should be pretty good.
I think everyone knows that.
So once that's done, that's gonna be fun. And then we'll see what we do after that, right?
Absolutely.
Again, focus on just finishing the final bits. I think it just needs mixing and mastering now. I need to finish up the cover, and then the new record's done. Fucking finally.
All right. And for each of you, who would be your dream person to collaborate with?
Anders from In Flames. The guy is incredibly multi-talented and his voice is iconic. He did a collab with the Bloody Beetroots, which was so fucking cool.
I mean, I used to be a metalhead, and In Flames was always my favourite. Still is, even though I'm not a metal fan anymore. So big ups to Anders. Yeah.
From my side, like Jonathan Davis, 100% would be amazing to work with him. Yeah, because like not only for that, because even the side project that they I mean, he released like only a record, but was literally so good, so inspiring.
Well, I think if Matt puts his dreads back in, you'll be halfway there.
I'll tell you to show you later. Actually,
Okay. When you do it, when you planning to do it?
My hair would not survive having dreads again.
We'll talk about.
Yeah, we go with the same. Jonathan Davis, like Korn was like, I think the biggest influence on me. Like when the first time I discovered Korn was like, oh, I just want to be like that. Like, you know, certain string guitars, like, you know, slam the bass. You know? I was just like
Basically weird and simple and straight to the point,
exactly,
you know. Like.
straight to the point. Like it was just amazing. And I think, that would be my dream, like to collaborate with Korn, like with anyone.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Okay. And being here at the 35th birthday weekend for Slimelights, I know Biomechanimal played here quite a few times. Tell us how important the venue is for the scene, for yourselves, and what your favourite memories are here.
I remember the Slimelight 25th birthday, which was, I believe that was in the week that I moved to London, when I first came here.
Wow, such a start.
Yeah. It's because this is the 10th year I've been in London now. Okay. So I came here for university, and this is how I met everyone. You know, this place is very, very important to me for quite a lot of reasons. But the most important thing, I think, is the community, right? A building is just a building, as important as a building is. As long as the community energy and the community effort is still there will always be a dark electronic music scene in London. But on the other hand, having a space like this for all of us to be able to run events like this, everyone comes and it's got all this history behind it, that's important too, you know. Favourite memory here? Probably when we played with Hosako. Which was really, really good. We had like crowd surfers. Like, it was absolutely mental.
It was a punk gig.
No. It literally was crazy. Like you had people like climbing up on stage.
That's the time they brought the ancient warrior as well.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then I've met Erk a few times now, who is the nicest guy in industrial. We were in Helsinki last year, and he was just sat in a corner with his bottle of tequila, and we had shots together. And he was telling me about his history of going to London Drum and Bass Club in the 90s, which is totally not what I expected from him at all. And when someone like that asks you to sit down and passes you a drink and talks to you, you sit and you listen and you absorb this knowledge, because it's you know, you don't get opportunities like that very often, and that's why places like this are important, right? Having the opportunities to meet people and grow yourself as a person or as artists,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And do you guys feel there's any unsung heroes in the industrial world?
I'll always champion Jamie from ESA. Like, yes. I think he is the best of us in the UK.
Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah. It would be nice to have a collaboration with him.
Yeah, but we do.
Yeah. No, talking about like drumming as well. More. Yeah. Drumming as well, like doing like the entire production. I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I
think Jamie, Marie from Grab Your Face. Absolutely lovely person, like incredible ball of positivity.
Yes, absolutely.
The next spotlight article I'm going to do, where write for hours about a particular band is going to be about Grab Your
There we go then.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. There we go. Great minds.
How about you, Saruman? Anyone you feel that's sort of underrated or
Change my whole name.
doesn't necessarily need to be a band? Could just be anyone in the industrial world, really.
Well, I want to say one specific band.
Roberto.
I feel so bad. You see, that's why you sign them.
Right, fair enough. And obviously you've got a few different musical inspirations. Are there anything non-music related that you take inspiration from out in the wider world?
Yeah, I mean.
Wow, absolutely yes.
Yeah.
My bloody life, my
Yeah.
job. Working as a storage man using a forklift. Tell me if it's not industrial, like loading and loading containers. I mean, like it's so industrial, yeah. Absolutely. The sound, the movement, the concept, yeah.
I think for me it's like video games.
Yeah, there's
Especially like RPG games.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy.
If you've played any of the From Software games, like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, there's quite a lot of that hidden away. There's lots of little Warhammer tidbits.
Yes.
We like using the sort of grim, dark, over-the-top fantasy as a vehicle to talk about things that are very real. Not that I think anyone would ever get the metaphor, but I understand it, and that's what's important to me.
I mean, when I saw the cover for Crown of Glass, I instantly thought Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to achieve with the direction you're taking Biomechanimal in?
I think the next project is a proper tour, proper European tour. Try and do 14 dates, something like this. We were in the talks with two quite large bands to do this. One of them's just fallen through. The other one we'll see, but it's quite expensive. That's the next project. Big proper tour. We've started hitting European festivals, which was the last time we had an interview. That was what we said our goal was. We're starting to do that now. We're achieving that goal. Next project, tour.
Yeah.
I think that's realistic.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
be on stage one day next to the other one. Be on the road, yeah.
Okay. And lastly, anything you'd like to say to your fans?
We love you.
I love you, all of you. Yes, yes.
Well, it still shocks me every day that we get to go out and play shows and people are like coming up to me and like, oh, I'm so looking forward to this. Like, it absolutely blows my mind. Like, thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Guys.
We'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Canis.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, Dennis.
Thank you.
And we try different things, and Hello, we're doing an interview, Chris. You have to start again now.
You can open the doors and be like...
He can literally see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Literally just like all of us, like what the
and... fuck's sake.
Just say from last minute change.
Yeah. So we had this last minute change with the. God, you fucking lost it.
That's right.
Throws me off. Chris, we're doing a fucking interview. Go away.
Can you guard the door for nobody to come in?
Do 20 push-ups, please.
Yeah. 3 squats.
If I just pin this to one of you.
Yeah.
Pin this to your.
Ooh.
There we go.
I'm gonna get zapped if I make a mistake.
Elektro Vox.